with that statement, two questions. Why not do more heavy lifting and fight for Medicaid expansion? And number two, why not favor a medical marijuana constitutional amendment that would sort of expand health care for all?
First, let's look at what we did. All right, I came into the job. All right, our Medicaid program, those that can't afford their own health care, was growing at 3.5 times our revenue. Okay? Charlie Crist wouldn't lift a finger to try to fix it. 3.5 times. So, and it's not a little bitty program. Okay, it's a $20 billion program. He left me with a $3.6 billion budget deficit and borrowed everything he could borrow. All right? So what did we do? I did the heavy lifting. I worked with the legislature, and we got real Medicaid reform. It's now a program that we can afford, and somebody's responsible for your access to care and quality of care. Now, Charlie says he wants to expand Medicaid. He was governor when Obamacare was passed. He says he could do it by executive order. Why didn't he do it? The legislature was in session. Why didn't he ask them? They had a special session that summer. Why didn't they do it? Because Charlie, this is just all politics for Charlie, right? Now, what I said is, while the federal government will pay 100% of the money, I will not stand in the way. But I'm not going to put our taxpayers on the hook for something I know that they can't pay and the federal government can't pay.
Governor,
the best thing to do is help people get a job, which is what I'm doing.
Yeah. Governor, if I can, one quick question, although it shouldn't be quick. Our community, especially the black community in South Florida, undergoing an epidemic of gun violence. In one neighborhood of Liberty City, 43 people have been shot in the first months of this year until now. 7 were killed. And then there was the incident in Bell, Florida, where the ex-felon killed his daughter, 6 grandkids, tragic incident. What would you do in your next term, if you're reelected, to get guns out of the hands of thugs and criminals and sociopaths?
Well, let's look at where we are. First up, any death is a tragedy. I went and met with the family of this, with the Bell, and I met with Trayvon Martin's parents after that, and I made sure I introduced them personally to the FDLE agents that would be doing the investigation, and I told them personally I'd bring in a special prosecutor. I don't want anything to happen to anybody in our state, right? But let's look at where we are. All right, we are at a 43-year low in our crime rate. Right, every death is.
But not in Liberty City, not in a lot of black neighborhoods.
So here's what I can do as governor, and I'll continue to do. I'll continue to do everything I can to, one, help juveniles. We've reduced the number of juvenile arrests by 20%. Yeah. Our prison system, we're at a historic low in recidivism because we've done a lot of reentry programs. Right. We've worked to make sure our law enforcement has, from the state level, the resources that we can provide. We provide a lot of lab services and things like that. And FDLE works with our local sheriffs and local police chiefs. And I'm going to keep doing all those things. I don't want anything to happen to anybody in our state.
But no new gun legislation at all?
I mean, I always listen to whatever people bring to me, but I haven't seen something that's going to reduce that. Since I got elected, crime rate's down 12%. Violent crime is down 11.6%. The murder rate is down 4% since I got elected. I don't want anything to happen to anybody, but we are heading we're heading in a better direction.
Governor, thank you very much. We appreciate your time. Thanks.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Sorry.
And today, Governor Scott is campaigning all over Florida and in South Florida with New Jersey Governor Chris.